most all praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, double honors to the other apostles, that great millstone that taught us the truth. Salutation, all y'all can pushing this word day in and day out, doing this quick lesson, man. You know, I live in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, for those that don't know. You know, and what you've been having, not just in the DMV, all across of Babylon, all across the world, you've been having these young people, mainly college age, been protesting them gutter rats, man, them Amalekites, so-called Jew, all right? And it's been predominantly at these college campuses, all right? Which, hey, for the fact that you're enrolled in a university, you know, it goes to show you you're following the plan of the so-called Jew, the Amalekite, man. For you people that are protesting Amalek, man, which many of these protesters could be agent provocateurs. They could be set up, but then you have half the people that sincerely are against Amalek, man. All right. So I'm going to play this quick clip and then get a few precepts and be up out of here.
University Yard. Now the pro-Palestinian protest is spilling out onto H Street Northwest on district property. This cell phone video circulated on social media and shared with News 4 shows protesters pulling down the metal bicycle rack barriers that surrounded University Yard. It happened overnight as George Washington University continued with efforts to move students to a different protest zone. But with the barriers down, protesters moved back in.
It was really symbolic, you know, one of our chances, all the walls will have to go. And I mean, you know, it starts here. Up until last night, if anyone left the encampment, they could not go back in.
And hey, that's a key word, encampment, man. You know, because when you think of encampment, what you have, man, homeless encampments, man. All right. And real soon, you know, these people, they're bugged out because GW, aka George Washington University, I believe that's in Northern Virginia, or they may have a DC campus now. But I've been to the main campus, and you know, these people, man, they paying a lot of money to go to that school. I'm pretty sure the tuition, excuse me, is over $30,000 a year, man. So by the time you graduate, you're gonna be over $100,000 in debt, man. Because that's damn near a house, man, or a condo.
And obviously, you know, we needed to maintain our presence here.
The encampment has spilled out onto H Street, which is city property.
See, you got tent cities and shit.
Police have closed the street to traffic, but have taken no action to move protesters along. There are hundreds of people in the area, and not all of them are students.
H Street and U Yard now is filled with tents, not filled with just students, but DMV community members who are here to support.
The university says there are about 200 protesters, including professional organizers, activists, and students.
Yeah, when you think of professional organizers, you think of agents, man. All right, they're getting paid, you know, to spew out these different news stories to further Esau's agenda, okay? And when you see these women here in college, look like she look like a Native American woman with the, what they call them, pigtails or whatever. You know, she looks like a straight up lesbian, man. All right. If not a lesbian, she's a damn feminist. Because that's what the main thing these colleges teach is feminism and shit, Darwinism and all these different wicked philosophies, man.
Statement released by the university says in part, this is an egregious violation of community trust and goes far beyond the boundaries of free expression and the right to protest. The university will use every avenue available to ensure those involved are held accountable for their actions.
Personally, I feel very afraid with the events that transpired last night into the early morning today.
Skylar Zaradsky is Jewish and a senior at George Washington University.
Hey,
I think that
she's an Amalekite, man. Which she's not a terribly looking Amalekite, but she's not good looking either. She's like a 5. You know, she's like a late night creep. That's one thing the Lord did, man. He cursed the Amalekite woman, man. He took her, if they ever had beauty, he took it. But I don't even think they ever had it, man. They got them big ass hook nose. At least she don't got the big hook nose, but
what's happening right now?
She barely got a jawline, man. All that GMO, she got a GMO jawline and a GMO body with it, man. But like I said, she's not the worst looking Amalekite. It looked like she done dyed her hair to fit in as well too. But her eyes, man, she got them Amalekite eyes. All right, this is a heathen, man.
is a call for violence. The encampment escalated from just Free Palestine to something bigger than that when they took down the barricade.
A DC police spokesperson
And
said
she's one of the liberal Amalekites. She's not in her right mind. She should be saying, man, to hell with all these goyim, man.
the department will continue to monitor the situation and support GW campus police, but would not talk about timelines
See,
or
look at that.
future
People dancing and having a good time. This shit is just a big old block party, man. Street fest, man. Even the damn reporter, man, got on. Hey, this is a new one, man. This is my first time going through this video. He got on like some type of dashiki, man. And this is an Edomite reporting, man. To show you how bugged out DC is, man. Hey, for you brothers never been to DC, man, don't come, man. Unless there's some money involved, but you fuck this place.
actions. Megan McGrath, News 4.
Much needed humanitarian aid is
All right,
flowing
so
in
that
trucks
was
through
it on
Gaza.
that article, man. Hey, man, the Lord getting ready to open up on DC, man. The Spirit had it over
Amazing Mama Chang's.
a year ago. I was working in DC full time a year ago, man. The Lord got me out of there, a little over 6 months ago. 6 going on 7 months ago, man. The Lord delivered me from that. Why? Because the Lord's getting ready to judge DC. None of the Akim in my camp live in DC, even though you got brothers that's in the DMV, but most of the brothers that prophesy in DC don't even live in DC, man. For one, it's too goddamn expensive. Okay, so we about to see what the Lord about to do, man. And if there are brothers that live in DC, hey, the Lord's gonna be with you, man. Through no matter what happens in DC. But all hell's getting ready to break loose, man. Especially if they, try to fry Trump. You're gonna have them. It's gonna be June 6th on steroids, man. It's really gonna be a coup, man. A civil war. All right, but that's going into a whole nother topic, man. Actually, I mean, it kind of does fit in because, going into Isaiah 19, man. The civil war is Egyptian versus Egyptian. So hey, I'm on point. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. This is Isaiah 19. And when the burden of Egypt, you think of burden, you're thinking of trouble, man. Let's look up the word burden, man. Lord willing, I'm able to highlight the word. Okay. Let's define burden, man. This is regular dictionary. I'm not going into the Strongs and none of that. See, look, this is Satan, man. I'm doing a lesson. I'm trying to goddamn define a word, a hidden dictionary, and it's taking me to somewhere else. This never happened before. But let me just do a regular Google search, man. Burden, a load. Typically a heavy one. So this is a load that the Most High himself is putting on America, man. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. It's talking about a UFO. So Lord ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who was a so-called black name, so-called black man. His name is Yahweh Shah, meaning he delivers, right? The deliverer. Because he could deliver the elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, so-called men, women, and children, Negroes, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans, Native Americans, Salakia. Men, women, and children, and the Israelite foreigners who look like the other nations with their forefathers go back to such that I just mentioned, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, and it shall come into Egypt, because Egypt is a Greek word meaning bondage, and America is the chief house of bondage throughout the whole world. All right, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. Yeah, all these celebrities, all these politicians, these people that are in high-ranking positions here in America, your top businessmen, your Grant Cardones and Warren Buffetts and so forth, man. Jay-Z's, they're going to be moved, man. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst thereof, man. So, hey, the spirit of America is going to melt, man. Right along with America when the thermonuclear missiles from Russia, Iran, China, and its allies, the BRICS nations and their allies, fire upon this place, man. And here's the point, verse 2. Now set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his neighbor, against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So, hey, Egyptian against Egyptian, American against American, man, because you got something in America called what, tribalism. You know, it's nothing but what you call cliquey, being cliquey. You know, you hang with those you have similar interests with. So you're going to have one clique against another clique, man. All right. They shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor. City against city and kingdom against kingdom. You're going to actually have class wars, race wars, city wars and shit. Washington versus B-More and vice versa. Washington, D.C. That is. You know, it's going to get crazy out here, man. On all sides, man. The day of vengeance, man. And in the spirit of Egypt, talking about America. Yeah, because, you know, who spearheads America, man, is the so-called Jew, man. All right. And America is like a bitch. America gets pimped by the so-called Jew. And America is that whore that does all the dirty work for the so-called Jew and that sends all his money to the pimp, the so-called Jew, man. That's America, man. Spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I'll destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, to them that have familiar spirits, to the wizards. So they're going to go to the witches and warlocks and soothsayers, you know, looking for answers, looking up for solutions, how to get out of a jam, and ain't going to be no answers for them. All right, for the least of Esau, man. And the Egyptians, talking about America, will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. Yeah, man, because Yahushua, man, he's gonna crush this place, man, and then crush the people thereof, man. And going all the way into the kingdom, from this side all the way into the kingdom, man. All right, so this is just a quick impromptu lesson for next time. Shalom.